Hey everyone, it's Joe from The Bearded Company. Just wanted to quickly say thank you for listening to Break the Dice. It really means the world to us to have you as fans. And we want to give an extra special thanks to those of you who have become patrons over at patreon.com/beardedcompany, where you get early access to all of our episodes, plus some exclusive mini-sodes that are made just for patrons, as well as some early access to cool merch and other things that we are putting out there. Today's episode is the first in our second campaign. You can listen to the entire first campaign wherever you listen to podcasts, probably wherever you're listening to this right now. Once again, we appreciate all of your support, and let's break some dice.
Greetings, mortals. Welcome to the first episode of our second campaign of Break the Dice, an improvised podcast brought to you by The Bearded Company, where the fate of our heroes rests on the roll of a 20-sided die, where a 20 is a spectacular success and a 1 is a critical failure. This week, our players will navigate Shatterpoint with the help of our NPCs.
Hey everybody, I'm one of your NPCs. My name's Maria.
Hi, I'm another NPC, and my name's Tyler.
And I'm your final NPC. My name's Joe.
Maria, Tyler, and Joe will assist me by playing all the people and magical beings that our heroes will encounter. I'm Alan, your game master. I've crafted a basic structure for our adventure today, which has not been revealed to our two main player characters. However, this podcast is completely improvised, meaning nothing is scripted and everything is made up on the spot. So I and the NPCs will only have so much control of where our journey takes us. This campaign, our heroes are...
I am Phelan Murdoch, a half-elf fighter with an alignment of chaotic good. Within my chest resides the Rana Ore, an elvish blade crafted in order to travel from destination to destination, both known and unknown. In elvish Rana Ore, in common tongue, the wanderer heart, in uncommon tongue... That's uncommon.
Okay, sure.
You guys don't speak uncommon tongue?
It's a troll dialect.
I speak uncommon tongue.
Yeah, no, I
Thank
got
you.
it.
Yeah, you can tell by the gem in their belly that they're a troll.
Yeah.
Our other player this week is...
My name is Alar Drakal. I am an elven rogue with a chaotic neutral alignment. I come from the lost city of Delrune, where my family, my friends, and all my townspeople were taken by a mysterious force called the Darkness, which I now seek out to destroy.
You ready to go back?
Yeah, man, I'm so freaking ready. I'm so excited.
Our magic item for this week are the Vines of Closeness. And our story begins at a shrine in the woods, the damp woods outside of Shatterpoint. The shrine has a statue of a deer made out of clay with vines like coming off of its antlers down over a heart with a sword penetrating the center of it. Outside the shrine, two priests are walking towards it, delivering incense and other things to burn, oils.
Yes, Lucius, let's burn extra oil today. It feels like a very good day.
It does feel like a good day, Timothy, and your incense smells so divine today.
Thank you, Lucius. I was just going to say the same about you.
Thank you, and might I compliment the branches you've gathered to burn in tribute to our god.
Oh, thank you so much, and might I compliment the beautiful holly you've draped across your shoulders like a stole.
Oh, thank you. I've never seen anything like it. I was foraging in the damp woods this morning, and it felt like it was calling to me. It reached out for me even.
On Lucius's shoulders, the vines, the holly begins to drip down and wrap around her arms and just tighten around her shoulders and upper body.
Oh, yeah. Yes, Lucius, I see what you mean. It's getting very...
Oh, yes, it's making a little jacket, it appears. How very nice. I might be fashionable for fall. Although I don't care about fashion, I'm a cleric.
Yes, of course.
Part of the holly raises up above her head, and you're seeing the vine extend up into the branches above.
There it goes, straight into the heavens. Do you think it could be a message, perhaps from our Lord?
Perhaps we're supposed to climb it.
Don't only giants and geese with very semi-precious eggs live at the top of such powers?
Well, Lucius, that's a stereotype.
Oh, yes, of course. And our Stag Lord teaches us to forget those things.
Yes, indeed.
The vine raising from behind Lucius suddenly goes taut, and the vines wrapped around her arm and shoulders cross across her body, wrap around her neck, and suddenly she is thrust up into the air by her neck, and you hear a snapping sound.
Lucius! Lucius! Oh my. What? This is not a good day.
The priest is alone crying at the shrine. In Shatterpoint, at Martha's Mead, our heroes are sitting at the table of legends, sharing a drink.
So then Adramir convinces Groll that he has slept with his mother. And it sounded so real it may have actually happened. I'm not too sure, but anyway, it was a laugh.
And before that, I grew this sword from my chest. Alan, I'd
Yes.
like to do a flourish and pull this sword from my chest.
You got a 4. It gets caught like in your chest as you're pulling it out, and it does a little bit of cut, and so you're getting like a little dribble of blood as you're unsheathing it.
Gal. Oh,
It's okay, Ayla. Not everyone can pull it out the first time.
God damn.
Phelan, you notice as that sword is being drawn from his chest that there is a man that is locking eyes on that blade, like looking hungrily at it.
Ayla, you must also remember, while your excitement is pure, others have impure notions and wants for what your body can do.
Are you talking about sexually or just my sword?
Whoa, what? I mean, whoa. I guess that... Okay, let me look at my words here. Yeah, I guess that could have been a metaphor, but no. I'm saying you have a mythical blade that's now within your chest, whose powers you have yet to unlock. There are others who will be quick to try to take it from you. There are those who have hunted me my whole life for my alignment with Rana Ore.
Alan, can I do a perception check to see if I know what he's talking about?
You got a 7. You're looking around the bar. You think that people are just like hitting on you if they're looking at you.
My friend, this is Martha's Mead. It's a place for friends, for communion.
Ayla, you of all people should know. We can never be too careful. Alan, I'd like to try and do like an intimidation check on this guy. I want to like lock eyes back with him. Like, yeah, I saw you checking out my friend.
You got a 20 on your intimidation check.
Oh yeah, I'm back.
Like the dice.
Cool. I like do the thing where I look and like everything kind of around me freezes for a second. It's like, you know, when you like look into the bushes and you see like the eyes of a tiger looking back at you.
The lanterns out in the tavern begin to dim as you make eye contact.
Hey, who is shitting themselves in my bar? No.
Not me. I have to go home now.
So can I try and like kick a chair so that he slips in his own shit and falls over?
You got a 13. Yeah, you kick the chair and he's waddling out, like holding up his pants, like from the front and the back. And yeah, the chair just gets in his way and he stumbles on it his way out the door.
Oh, it's all over now. Oh, God. Oh, it's on my hand.
Alar does an acrobatics move and jumps over to him and puts a dagger to his throat.
18. You roll across his back and just with one smooth motion, you have a dagger right on his throat, and he's still like holding both of his hands down below. So,
Listen, you little shit waiter.
I've already shit myself. What more could you want?
Exactly. What are you doing, man?
What? Isn't this the man? The man that was looking at my chest sword?
He looked at it and he shit his pants so full he had to grab it from the front and back.
Well,
And I knocked him over into it.
Phelan, I can't read what you're trying to tell me. Just speak plainly next time. Jeez.
Sir, what is your name?
Corey.
Corey. Corey with a K or Corey with a C?
Please, God, and make it the right answer.
With a C?
Ah, well,
Was that the right answer?
it's all right then.
Your throat is still intact, so apparently so.
I put my dagger away.
I'm sorry, I've heard tale of the swords that you keep in your chest.
Have you now? What types of tales?
It's of no consequence. I will leave now. I'm sorry.
he shuffles towards the door, and as he's shuffling away, you see a piece of paper falling out of his pocket as he's making his way to the door.
Ooh, can I sleight of hand check that?
You got a 12. He's busy holding his pants up, so you're able to snap it out of the air before it hits the ground and makes a sound.
Yoink!
Good day to you.
Yes, very well, my friend, Corey. Have a pleasant evening.
I want to take a coin out of like my pouch and really do like a cool flick move over my shoulder to give it to Martha for the damage we caused.
You got a 1 on that check. You take the coin out, you flick it at Martha, and it flies through the air, spinning end over end. It's right on target to go to Martha, but instead of landing in her hand, it hits her right in the eye and just like gets stuck in there, like right where you blink.
Oh, right. Well,
Keep
you
the change, Martha.
Phelan, what are you doing? First, you make a man shit in my bar, and then you flick a coin into my bad eye. What's wrong with both of you? You think because you've got chest swords, you can go around making people shit and throwing money in faces all willy-nilly?
As she is getting angry, the coin pops out from her eye and just lands right in the middle of all the shit.
Oh, damn it.
I've got it. Sorry. I don't know. I'm not gonna roll for this. But I
Yeah,
want
you are.
to,
Yeah, you are.
Okay, I want to roll for this. I want to take 2 arrows out of my quiver and use them like chopsticks, so I don't have to touch it.
You got a 5. You keep on picking it up and you drop it over and over again. So now it's just covered in shit on You evenly coated it in this.
Phelan, we must move on. Let us leave while we still have a chance.
This has turned into something completely different than I intended.
There's somebody in the back of Martha's mead who's been standing there kind of with a cloak on the entire time and beckons to both Phelan and Alar.
Do a sense motive on this person.
7. You know, some people buy you drinks. You're famous.
God, I'm killing it today. That's great. Alar.
Yes?
I believe we should press the flesh, meet the fans before we leave.
Hang on now. Let me just be clear on what you mean by press the flesh. Because I've gotten it wrong twice so far tonight.
I'm just saying, Alar, be aware of your surroundings and don't be so quick to put blades to throats. And by press the flesh, I mean shake hands.
See, I would have gotten that wrong.
Right, now I hear it out loud.
Yes.
I'm gonna stop saying that as of now.
You two. The only place to get clean, now that you're so dirty, is the shrine out by the damp woods.
Damn woods.
Yes, it was just erected a few weeks ago, but there's a wonderful cleansing bath around it.
And what's your angle, friend? What do you get out of us bathing in your recently erected bathing area?
Good news from one traveler to another. Look at how clean my hands are.
She reveals her hands, and you can see that they are not digits as you normally. They're like little hooves at the end of it, like a deer paw.
Yes.
Why is it that you fawn over this recently constructed... What is it called again? Shrine?
A shrine to our Lord, Vinicius.
Phelan, your heart begins to beat as you hear that word. Vinicius.
Vinicius? Was my heart not beating before this?
You can feel it like noticeably beating in your chest. Normally you don't feel it like every day, but you're feeling it.
Phelan, what's got you so perturbed?
I know the name Vinicius. It's a stag lord, correct?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, our god, the stag lord Vinicius. We go around spreading the good news from town to town, building shrines, and I've built a special one in the damp woods.
Oh, really, Doe?
Yes, really.
God damn it. Alan, can I do a sense motive on this person?
You got an 18. You can tell that this person knows Phelan in a way that is as familiar as you are with him, but Phelan does not know this person.
Stranger.
Yes.
Stranger, speak plainly. I'm having a hard time with words tonight. Do you know my friend?
Phelan, Murdoch? Why, yes, I know him as if he were my own brother, and I'd like to congratulate you, Phelan, on your very first kiss you had recently.
How do you know about that?
I know you, inside and out.
Then how do I not know of you? What is your name?
I have no name. I have committed myself to the service of our dear Lord.
Okay, well, that's a start as to why I might not know your name, is because you don't fucking have one.
Now, did you mean that as dear Lord or dear Lord?
I meant it to dear Lord.
Did not clarify at all.
Well, all right, let's move on.
Do you mean your dear Lord?
Our dear Lord. Yes, precisely.
What order is... Never mind. Phelan, do you wish to go to this wading pool?
It's not a wading pool. Kids don't go in it and, piss themselves in inch-deep water.
Well,
I said it's a cleansing pond.
I don't understand. Champos aren't allowed in this pond?
No champos allowed.
You know Champos?
Yes, I know you, Phelan. I've been using champos for weeks after I heard you use it for the first time.
How do you know me so well? Why have you been following me?
Gotta go.
What?
She gallops off out the door. She goes on all fours and clatters out.
Who's gonna pay for that wall?
Phelan, I think we should go out into the streets. Let us breathe in the night air.
I agree.
We can talk of this more.
I look forward to hearing more of these cottontails.
As you step out the door, you glance down at the paper in your hands, Alar, and you see that the tattoo that you and Phelan share is sketched onto it in a vivid detail, and it said, "Find the key" beneath.
My friend, look at this.
Oh, that's such a cool drawing of our tattoos, which turn into our swords. Wait, what does that mean?
Find the key beneath, was it, Alan?
Yeah, it was beneath the drawing.
Oh, it doesn't say
says
find the key.
It just
beneath.
says find the key. I see. Oh, look. No, this is just a smudge here. Yes, it just says find the key.
I'm glad we can both read this so fluently.
Can I do a perception check on my own tattoo and see if there's anything below it?
7. You look, you start examining underneath it. You kind of hold the folds of skin. And you're just kind of not seeing anything.
Yes, well, this stumps me, I tell you. Yeah.
It seems that even when we just try to relax and enjoy a simple ale at Martha's Mead, we are wrapped up and pulled into the winds of fate. Will you join me this time? I know last time you asked me to join you in those damn damp woods.
Huh?
All I wanted to do was play.
Hang on. Did you hear that?
Yeah, no, I've just got no.
Oh, I see.
It doesn't surprise me at all. It's a really obvious thing. Damn woods.
I see. I just wish I knew where it was coming from.
I mean, I'm assuming the sky, right? It's thunder. Listen, last time I went begrudgingly, but it changed my life and yours, and the path of our friendship. Will you join me now on my quest into the damp woods, and then to the shrine?
My friend, I must admit I was hoping for another journey to the cliffs of Hakra to rest my soul and my genitals.
Of course. Your poor, weary soul and genitals. How about this? If you join me here and answer some of these questions with me that may very well be tied to you as well, then I will pay your share for the cabin that we rent on the cliffs of Hakra.
Promise me this. You put the first log on the fire when we get there.
Let it burn, Alar. Let it burn.
All right, my friend. Can we handshake?
Yes, we go for the handshake.
Yep. 2. You guys miss the handshake completely and just kind of rub each other's forearms and you try to find your hands again. And yeah, it's not the worst handshake you can do, but it's close. You guys walk through the city. You walk through the Four Seasons district on your way out of town. Martha's on the summer part of it, and then you step into a nice fall day. It warms up as you go into a summer part of the city, and then you exit through the spring half. It begins to rain overhead as you step from the city into the damp woods. It doesn't take you long to travel to the shrine. It's pretty obviously it was recently erected, and as she mentioned, there is a bathing pool outside of it. You get closer and you notice that there is a man crying beside the shrine, and his tears are slowly falling onto the ground and dripping into the pool itself.
Phelan.
Yes, Alar?
Do you want to take this one?
I mean, I think for his own sake I should, because you might pull a dagger on him.
It's true. All right, go for it.
Ellen, I would like to try like diplomacy out the gate.
You step towards the man to speak with him, and Alar,
Yeah.
you notice Phelan just disappears.
Fuck me. Fuck. Phelan. Perception check?
You get a 9 on your perception check.
God damn
He
it.
vanished into nothing. The man is still crying beside him. Phelan, as you step towards the man, everything suddenly begins to get dark around him, and the man transforms from a human crying into the face of a giant antlered beast.
Hello, Phelan.
Hello, Vinicius?
Vinicius. Vinicius. Very close.
Vinicius.
Well done. It's all good.
I've been told of your glory and your greatness, but I did not know you were also kind.
Ah, yes. It's in my name, Vinicius.
Well, now I will be able to remember it better. Thank you for that. Vinicius, what has led you to lead me here?
Well, Phelan, as difficult as it was to parse your grammar there, I'm going to say this to you. You are the keeper of the wandering heart. Is that not true?
I consider myself keeper just as I consider myself the heart itself that wanders.
Your heart begins to thrum in your chest again.
Well, Phelan, I'm something of a god of travel myself. So, in that way, we're sort of alike. In few other ways, I'm a deity and a deer, but
A deity.
if you will, yes.
I will, I already have.
A deity.
I don't quite know why, but my heart is racing.
Yes. You're feeling a call to adventure. The adventure is this. There are more shrines like this, scattered throughout the land.
As the stag god begins to speak, you're seeing a hall appear behind him. Instead of darkness, he is standing in the center of a great hall with a fountain, and there are doors lining the edge of the hall. It's overgrown. Instead of a normal floor, it's like a mossy floor with the cobblestones spread among the moss. There are pillars made of both wood and stone rising to a ceiling that it covers you about 40 feet above, but it extends on in like a painting of the vast constellations of the night.
Yes, gaze upon it. Pretty trippy.
Wow, I love what you've done. It's so organic. It's got structure, but it's also like nurture and nature at the same time. Tell me, Vinicius, why do you show me such imagery?
This is your goal, Phelan.
Oh, I couldn't afford a place like that. No.
Well, you won't buy it. Phelan, I thought we were the same. I thought you understood that property was not meant to be owned, only experienced.
Wow, Vinicius, thank you for reminding me.
Anyway, your goal is to reach the Hall of Vinicius. That's me.
Oh, no, I've locked that in now.
He motions to one of the openings on the side, and you can see a shrine that looks exactly like the shrine that you were approaching a moment ago.
Well, how do I find this hall? Simply find another shrine and enter it?
It's not just you that must enter it, but also your heart.
Okay, those tend to come together quite often.
The world around you begins to fade, and the god begins to rise up into the stars of the ceiling above, and you're noticing that they're not just painted on, that they are moving with the night sky, rotating as the world itself moves.
Sorry, Phelan, I've got to become one with the stars now.
Vinicius, you've never explained why I do any of this. There are no stakes whatsoever to this situation.
It doesn't matter to me anymore, now that I'm one with the stars.
His body becomes pinpoints of light, and you're seeing that he takes on the form of a deer made of stars in the sky.
That is so fucking cool.
Alar, you are outside, and you still see that there is just this man crying, and Phelan has disappeared.
I put a blade to this guy's throat and start asking him some questions. Where is my friend? What have you done with him?
What do you mean?
Tell me now.
I don't know.
Can I do an intimidation check?
Yeah, you get a 6 on your intimidation check.
Dear Lord.
Your blade's already at his throat, and he's already crying. There's not much more that you can do to him.
Tell me, you little poop waiter. No, wait, I used that already. God damn it.
What does that mean?
No, just tell me where my friend is.
I don't know.
His eyes grow wide as he looks up above your shoulder. And with an 18, the tree above reaches down with a pair of vines, and it wraps around you and yanks you up into the air. Phelan, you appear back into the world, and you hear like, yeah, and you don't see Alar anywhere.
Ayla?
Phelan!
Are you hiding again?
Looking up into the trees above, you can see the vines have wrapped around him. They're around his throat and his mouth and his neck.
You there, crying man. I pull my dagger out of my boot and I put it to his throat. What are you doing to my friend?
Nothing.
What have you done to him?
It's the tree. The vines. They have a life of their own.
One of the vines is going into Alar's mouth.
They've already taken my friend Lucius. And now they've taken your friend too. It's all right if you just want to cry with me here.
Well, that's the difference between you and I, friend. I don't sit and cry. I take action.
Oh, how condescending.
I want to just throw my dagger at the thickest vine that's like wrapping around his neck.
You got a 17. You throw it, and it severs the vine that is holding Alar up, and he begins to drop 40 feet down to the ground.
I dive through the air to catch him, and I activate the chainmail of earth walking so that we like slide into the earth. We don't like take the full brunt.
You get a 16. You grab his body, and you sink down into the earth, and you take a step up out, and you notice that the vines are still writhing as if alive around his body, and they're constricting upon him.
Just stay calm, Ayla. Hey, at least you look fashionable for fall.
Every hole.
Every hole. I don't take time to get that answer. Alan, can I sense? Can I do like knowledge arcana? Like what kind of magic is this, or I guess would that be nature?
You got a 3 on your knowledge check. You look at these vines and you start tugging at them, and vines don't act like this. This is weird. Yeah.
Alan, can I grab a vine and try some good old spark?
You got a 6 on your spark. You're back to the same consistency
come on,
with that.
Baby, come on, please.
I draw the Rana Ore from my chest.
As you pull the Rana Ore from your chest, the shrine beside you begins to glow with a starry light.
Oh, you are Phelan. Hello, Phelan.
How do you know? How do you know my name?
I know you inside and out.
The vines, you can hear like blood vessels and things popping underneath Alar's skin as they tighten around him. You're seeing like purple and blue like bruises here between the places where the vines are.
Phelan,
can I
use your...
Use my what?
Sorry, I thought you were gonna say something. Use your sword, Phelan. Use your heart. Use your heart.
Alan, I want to try to charm the vines using the sword.
You got an 18. As you present the sword to the vines, they let go of Alar and wrap around the blade, and more vines descend from down in the tree above, and they wrap around the blade and is yanked out of your hands up into the tree branches above. And you're seeing in the branches above is a man with new pants named Corey.
God.
Controlling the vines like a marionette.
Damn it.
Fucking Christ.
How dare you?
Corey, come down there. Come down from that tree.
You should have given me the answers I wanted.
Can I do a perception check or like an insight check to realize that it was Corey with a K the whole fucking time?
8. You have no idea how he spells his name.
I bet he lied to us.
Hey, and guess what? I lied to you. It's Corey with a K.
That's unnatural. No one should be called Corey with a K.
And with an I.
Oh,
No!
that's it.
No!
I want to use my climb. I have a very high climb. I want to try climbing this tree.
Got a 6 on your climb check. You start reaching towards the bark and you grab yourself around and the vines push you down the tree.
Wait, Phelan. Don't go climbing yet. Corey, did you know there's another chest sword in these lands?
Ayla.
What do you mean?
You pull out your chest sword.
You really can't force it. Don't force it. It should just come out naturally.
Yeah, I got it. What do you think of this, Corey?
I think it will be mine.
Ayla, I think it's exactly what he wanted. Put your sword back inside your chest.
Oh, shit.
With a 19, the vines reach down and wrap around your sword as well and yank it out of your hands. Corey now has both blades. He's dual wielding both of them. As the blades get away from the shrine, it begins to fade, that glow that was coming from him, and you see him hop from tree to tree, starting to retreat with both of your weapons.
This is when the deer woman from Martha's Mead comes trotting in. Do you need a ride?
Yes, dear woman.
Yes, please.
Thank you, dear woman. I want to do a cool cartwheel onto to like jump into the saddle on her back, or just on her back.
You got a 1 on your cartwheel. You stumble into the side of her and knock both you and the deer woman over.
Dear Lord.
Oh.
Alan, can I do a handle animal?
Yeah, you got a 16 on your handle animal check. You help her back to her feet and paws.
Come.
And,
Thank you.
yeah.
My dear friend, come.
Hop on.
Yeah.
You both climb onto her back, and she's able to support both of you as she springs through the woods. You would think that the underbrush and thing would slow a person down or a creature down, but she is literally passing through everything and like finding the most optimal path to jump. And you're slowly catching up to Corey as he jumps from tree to tree. He's using the vines like they're coming out from beneath his arm, and he's launching them to the next tree, grabbing them and swinging from branch to branch.
He's like an organic Spider-Man.
Alan, can I take out my bow and try and shoot him out of the sky?
You got a 19.
Yes.
As he launches one of the vines out, you shoot the vine, and he goes tumbling from the tree down to the ground.
Ellen, I want to call upon my animal familiar, Jareth, the white snow owl, who I have forgotten about.
Jareth appears from the sky above, almost as if he was one of the constellations himself. He appears in the night sky and dashes down towards you. He lands right on your shoulder.
Phelan, what the hell is that?
This is Jareth. He's a white snow owl. He and I go way back. You know, you've met. He's been around a lot.
Well, I thought Jareth died.
No, hey, he's right here, man. Jareth. I want to like whisper something like really cool and like elvish.
I mean, Rana Ore is elvish. Yeah.
No, that's true, but I want to do the other parts, but I just don't know it as MJ, but I'll try.
I believe it.
Jareth takes off from your arms, and he begins to like ascend up above the branches of the tree. You know that he's going to dive down as soon as he gets an opportunity to grab that weapon.
Alan, is Corey like in line of sight right now? Does he see us?
Yeah, it looks like when he has landed on the ground, he has started to gather underbrush, and it is pouring underneath his robes, like gathering up, and he's gaining a lot of mass.
I'm just gonna run over there and start chopping at stuff to get him.
He makes an attack at you as you get close with your own chest sword and gets a 20 on the roll.
These dice are broken.
No.
How do you like this bush?
He takes Michael the chest sword and scrapes it across the Rana Ore, making this terrifying sound, like just the most screeching thing that you can hear, and vibrations like push you back away from it, knocking you into a nearby tree.
Alan, I want to like, can I do an acrobatic check? I want to like jump up and then jump off of the deer woman and dragon kick him.
Yep, you got a 19 on your attack roll. You jump off of her, grab one of the branches above with both hands, swing your body out so both feet are just perfectly in line with him, and knock right into the center of his mass. You can feel beneath his robes, all those vines are beginning to writhe and expand. You're not seeing them, but you're feeling them like undulating beneath.
Ayla, are you all right?
I'm all right. I think I can get up. Alan, can I do like a knowledge nature check or something, or Arcana or whatever it is for this guy?
You got a 6 on your nature check.
God,
again, vines are not supposed to act like this.
This guy's confusing, right? He's confusing.
I don't know what to do.
I don't know. It's like magic, but it's like organic. I don't know what's going on.
He points at both of you, and with a 15, he launches the layers and layers of thorny vines at you, and they're beginning to cut up your flesh as they grab onto you, picking up Alar and slamming him against the ground, brushing Phelan aside. You are bloodied,
Look,
Alar.
I told both of you to take a bath in the pool by the shrine, but did you? No, it would have protected you. It is a cloak of protection. Good thing I've got some in these vials.
Why didn't you just say that at the bar?
There are some things to be said and some things to be learned.
She pulls out the vials and cracks them both with her paws in the air, and the contents of it spill out like a morning mist, and they spray over your bodies. The thorns begin to, the cuts that they made across your body begin to close up.
That's so refreshing.
Oh, but I'm still feeling a bit thorny.
He lets out another attack, and with a 14, he slaps you across the face with it, Phelan, and then the other vines coming from his other hand plunge into the area of your chest where the Rana Ore normally rise, and you can feel that he is reaching around inside there trying to grab something else, something deeper.
Oh, I hate this. I thought I hated stuff in my mouth, but I hate this even more. This is awful.
Alan, I want to use my spike chain and just start spinning it to see if I can chop away some of these vines.
You got a 20 on that roll. You turn into like a mobile weed whacker, just spinning them rapidly. Every time a vine approaches you, it's just getting shredded. You get near where Phelan is being held by these vines, and you cut them off. They're still like going and moving around inside of his chest, but you take the other chain, you wrap it around, and you yank it out of him.
Worse coming out almost.
I start to spin my chain again and start to move towards the guy slowly.
Yeah, you're spinning your chains and getting close to him.
Alan, I want to, kind of like, now that we're feeling like the tide is turning, I want to look really badass, and I want to fucking intimidate Corey again. I want to look it right in the fucking eyes.
You got a 5 on your intimidation check. He holds your blades.
Okay, I kind of like look at him like hard, but I'm sweaty, so I kind of wipe sweat away and I break eye contact and look at the ground, and I'm like, God.
When you look at the ground, you see that the vines that were inside of your chest are in the shape of the Rana Ore, as if they were making a duplicate of it in vine.
Can I wield this? Can I attempt to wield it?
Yep, you pick it up off the ground, and with an 18, you make an attack against this Corey, and yeah, it makes contact with the Rana Ore, and it seems like a weak replica of your blade.
Give you back my sword, you son of a bitch.
Alan, can I try and spin the spike chain into one of the swords to get it free?
You got a 17. You smack the other sword in his other hand with the chain. It wraps around, and you're able to pull it back to your other hand, your free hand.
1 against 1, Corey. Want to press your luck?
Oh, you know I do. Corey with a K and an I doesn't back down.
Corey with a K and an I takes both of his hands. He drops the Rana Ore, and he plunges them down into the earth. And you can see that the earth is just soft beneath his fingertips. And the world around you begins to tremble and rumble. Some of the trees begin to move. A branch goes down towards you, Phelan, with a 15 launches you 30 feet away, as if the tree itself had come to life and hit you. The other attack is a 13 on you, Alar. It smacks you down to the ground. You're still able to hold on to the blade, though.
I'm gonna just like put all of my might behind one last try and just stab him through the chest.
You got a 16. You go to the ground. He comes up to Glow, because, he's a bad guy. And as he gets close to you, you launch up, you kip up, like, from the laying down position straight into a standing position and plunge the sword into his chest. And he begins to dissolve. You can tell that he was never a real person, that he was something made of manure and vines in a skin sack.
Oh, Alar, you must know that there are more.
Don't you die. Don't you dare die.
There are more.
No.
He falls apart into a pile of vines and leaves.
I'm running back towards the area, and I want Jareth to swoop in and bring the Rana Ore to me.
Jareth already has the Rana Ore. As soon as it fell to the ground, that bird scooped out of the sky and grabbed your blade.
I want to catch the blade, and I'm not realizing that he's completely diminished yet. Just dash and stab at the fucking vines and hack at it.
You make it into mulch.
Oh God, it smells.
I try and put my hand on Phelan's shoulder. My friend. It's just me.
Lucky for both of you, you've kept your swords. They are the key to what you seek.
Okay, I know you don't have a name, but it's a little insulting that you just told us to go take a bath and didn't tell us why, except for that we were dirty, and that I appreciate the help. Glad you showed up. But you could have answered a couple of these questions at the bar. We would have got right to it.
Hello, everyone. Not sure why you left me at that pool without letting me come along, but I finally found you again. And I wanted to say this.
A body drops beside him.
Oh, Lucius! Are you okay?
Oh, Timothy!
Oh, Lucius!
Yes!
Oh.
There was a giant up there, and a goose that laid golden eggs. It was really derivative.
Did you get one of the golden eggs at least?
Oh, I forgot.
Oh, that's all right. Anyway.
I should go for the harp anyway. That's the best one.
Timothy, is that your name?
Yes.
Can you tell us what is happening? Why has Phelan been drawn to this place? What is his place in all of this?
As I said, Phelan, the key lies in your heart.
The three of them lead you back to the shrine, and as you get closer and closer to the shrine again, it begins to glow, and your blades both begin to glow.
Well, at least this is cool looking.
If you step inside, you'll see many possibilities. All you need to do is unlock all of the exits.
Okay, you're getting really cryptic again, which also feels like we're going to do something.
You're saying the hall, if we go into the stag hall and we unlock all the doors, something will happen?
No, that's crazy. We're saying if you put your sword into the shrine, you will be your heart is the key. Your heart, the wandering heart, is the key. We've actually been pretty plain about it, honestly. It's a riddle, but it's a very surface level riddle.
I feel like a total dick. Yeah, man, hey, crying guy, Timothy, I'm sorry. I feel like an asshole now. And dear woman and new person who looks very fashionable for fall.
Do you like my little blazer?
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest, I still don't quite understand.
Ayla, it's as simple as this. We pull it out and we stick it in. And we travel.
I see.
The swords. Why does everything I say sound dirty?
It didn't sound dirty to me.
Well, now you're thinking it, right?
I finally understand you, Phelan. I finally understand you.
All right, Alan, I draw the Rana Ore, and I attempt to find a slot to stick it in.
You see at the bottom of the statue of the stag is a heart with a sword in it. As your sword begins to get closer to it, that heart begins to glow, and you touch the end of the Rana Ore, and it slides in like it's going into butter rather than stone. You plunge the sword deep in this heart, and the opening of the shrine becomes a gate to that same mossy floor and that constellation sky above. You step through, and you see that there are a bunch of closed and locked doors all around. The one directly across you has a mantra written above it, a little poem. A roguish king, abandoned throne awaits. where once the elves did rule their forest home, now lies the place where you must ope the gates, so every man can soon ascend and roam. And that's the end of this week's adventure of Break the Dice, the improvised campaign, brought to you by the Bearded Company.
Break the Dice is a podcast brought to you by The Bearded Company. The Bearded Company is an improv company with groups in Minneapolis and Los Angeles. Help support the show and get great rewards by becoming a patron at patreon.com/beardedcompany. Today's cast included our Game Master, Alan Voigt. Alar Drakal was played by Tyler Michaels King. Phelan Murdoch was played by MJ Marsh. Our NPCs were Maria Bartholdi, Joe Rapp, and Tyler Mills. Improvised music was provided by Jack Barrett. Today's episode was produced by Maria Bartholdi and edited by Joe Rapp and Maria Bartholdi. You can find more information and merch at beardedcompany.org, as well as following us on all social media. And now, let's go to the Table of Legends.
Oh, this ale's tasting extra cold tonight. Almost makes me feel like I could tell you a tale. Have you ever heard the story of Jordan C?
Jordan C?
Yes.
I don't believe I have.
Oh, well, I look like an old crone, but I'm actually 27. You want to know why that is?
Oh, God, yes.
Well, I once kissed Jordan C, and it was so good that I kissed him until I was 97, but he stayed the same age.
Of course, Jordan C.
Yeah, so beautiful, you'll kiss them for nigh on 70 plus years.
But I have a story about James.
Oh, tell me.
Yes, James. A tree of a man, so tall that he stands above the town, staring down. But I'll tell you what, for being so large, he's quite kind. You would imagine that he would kick you across the globe, but no, he would scoop you up in his giant hand and bring you wherever you would want to go, and whisper sweet nothings into your ear until you fall asleep for a slumber better than you could ever imagine.
Yeah, well, sounds like I've got a new friend to make after I finish this ale.